Good evening, I'm Jill Valley.
And I'm Dennis Bragg. The death of a key witness in a gruesome Missoula murder leads lawyers to reach a plea agreement with the final defendant.
Tiffany Pierce was scheduled for trial in just a few weeks, but today pled guilty to murder charges and will likely spend the rest of her life in prison. Connor McCauley has new details tonight. Connor.
Thanks, Jill and Dennis. Augustus Standing Rock told the judge that when he handed a knife to Tiffany Pierce on the night of the brutal Strand Avenue murders, he knew what Pierce would be using it for. Now, 3 months after Standing Rock pled guilty to those crimes, Pierce has followed suit and changed her plea to guilty. Tiffany Pierce was facing 5 felony charges, ranging from murder to robbery for her involvement in 2 different crimes in 2017. Thursday morning, she changed her plea to guilty on 2 of the most serious charges against her: attempted deliberate homicide and accountability for deliberate homicide, as part of a plea deal with the Missoula County Attorney's Office. Pierce and her accomplice Augustus Standing Rock have now both pled guilty for their involvement in the murder of Jackson Wiles and Marilyn Pickett back in August of 2017. After killing the pair, Pierce and Standing Rock tried to get rid of the bodies by putting them in tubs of acid in the basement of their Strand Avenue home. A key witness to the murder and Pierce's roommate Kyle Belts recently took his own life. His death accelerated the case that led to today's plea deal. Belts told police he was there the night of the murders. He said he heard screams, and when he came out of his room, he saw Standing Rock and Pierce covered in blood. Belts didn't call police that night, but after the police arrested the two, he then cooperated with investigators. The agreement reached this week dismisses 3 other felony charges Pierce would have faced from an attempted robbery that occurred months earlier at a home on Montana Street. Pierce's guilty plea means she's facing 2 life sentences. Judge Wheelis will make the final decision at a later sentencing date, which hasn't been scheduled yet. In Missoula, Connor McCauley, MTN News. Judge Wheelis doesn't have to accept the plea deal that has been arranged between the defense and prosecution. If he decides to not accept the deal, Pierce could pull her plea and go to trial. Back to you.
Thanks, Connor. Now, Standing Rock still faces sentencing for his plea change. That's scheduled right now for May 3rd.